We'll see. Ta-da! So welcome to this very sacred Monday night practice. Yeah, and as we come into a comfortable position, nice centered here. Yeah. I'd just like us to, you can kneel, you can sit cross-legged, half lotus. I seem to like half lotus. Excuse me. Coming into comfort here. And simply starting to acknowledge that we practice for more than the physical. I know we know, but it's like, ask yourself tonight, what's sort of your motivation? What's your intention? That's in addition to the physical practice. And we've talked about last week a little bit more about that sense of the mind becoming the observer, turning the mind actually inwards. So perhaps we continue with that idea this week. And simply notice for a moment that you are practicing with different energies than if you were to come to the studio. So simply allowing yourself to acknowledge that. The light is different, the sound, the sense. There's maybe people in the house, there is pets. And they're only really distractions if we name them as such. They're simply different energies. And I'd like to think that at some stage we'll look back on this time and go, oh, those were the days when, the cat walked through the dog walked through the house and through the mat. And, I could be next to my sofa and just roll over after class. Beautiful. Let's chant an Om to bring us together as a group. Let's exhale together. Big inhale. And then simply for a moment, coming into very slowly into your controlled Ujjayi breath. And just starting to listen to your own sound of Ujjayi breath. And we continue with the idea of the inhalation lifting the energy up, that sense of prana uplifting, and the exhalation settles the energy down. Inhale, lifting, exhale, centering, bringing down, grounding, and broadening. Perhaps starting to visualize the breath moving up and down your spine. So exhale into the tailbone and then inhale, drawing the breath up to the top of the head and then all the way down again. And maybe there is distraction internally, maybe there is distraction from the external. Seeing if you can come into comfort, come into steadiness, into steady rhythm of your breath. In a gentle sound and a gentle tickling at the back of the throat from your Ujjayi breath, stimulating your throat chakra. More so than ever, I think in these times it's really important that we can communicate and voice to ourselves what our needs are, our wants are, where we're at on an emotional state. First to ourselves, and then if need be, we can communicate that to those that are perhaps living with us or still in contact with us. Beautiful. And I'd like us to start in a tabletop position. You're just starting to open the eyes. Got a sticker on my foot. Hands back to the small of the back behind you. I'll show you sideways. Beautiful. And then simply coming into a cat and cow from here. So the cow position is rounding off the spine, and the cat position is lifting up, lifting the chest, pushing into the feet and sinking into the sit bones and even letting the head go back. And then you find your own rhythm. Exhale, rounding, inhale, looking up, opening. Good. And over time, we actually roll the shoulders as well. So the shoulders come forward and the shoulders come back. Beautiful. Wave wildly if all of a sudden the audio goes off, if you can't hear or anything is a bit unusual. Should be 5, but one never knows. Beautiful. Good. Good. So there's a stretch-like sensation between your shoulder blades, and there is an opening in your chest. So moving the awareness into the throat and into the chest. And then coming forward and coming into a squat. That's it. Beautiful. So squatting. Someone this morning in this morning class asked, can we do a lot of squats today? And I thought, okay, always open for squats. Let's bring the hands down, lifting the buttocks, walk back into downward facing dog. Good. And then starting to walk the dog. One heel up, one heel down. Good. And just starting to come back into Ujjayi breath. And if you haven't been having a formal practice for a while, be extra kind to yourself. Pause as you need to. So your first pause would be, as we do here in your tabletop position, hovering. Yeah, so the knees above the floor, but if that's too strong, bring your knees down. Just a normal tabletop, otherwise lifting. Hovering tabletop. And if you want to do more, dip into the shoulder blades, let your sternum reach the floor, and then lifting up and protracting your shoulder blades. I'll show you side on. Yeah, so dipping down and then lifting up. Beautiful. So just warming up that whole shoulder girdle. Come back into downward facing dog. Walk the hands backwards to your feet. All the way back. Even so, if you can, bringing the fingertips back behind you. So turning the hands and the fingertips come back behind you, and the head hangs forward and the whole upper body comes forward. Quite a strong sensation at the backs of the legs and in your buttocks. Beautiful. Bend the knees slightly if it's too pulling in your lower back. And then turning the fingers forward, slowly coming forward, downward facing dog. Good. And then let's come into inhale, high plank. And exhale from your belly, pushing back into downward facing dog. If you need to, shorten your distance. Inhale, high plank. Beautiful. Tuck your tailbone under. Exhale, tailbone coming up to the ceiling. Let's do a few more. Let's gently, slowly warm up. High plank, inhale. Broadness between the shoulder blades. Exhale, coming back. Good, Helly. Let me see twice more. Let me see. Just moving to your capacity. Nice, nice. Good, Laurence. Don't let your hips descend too far. And then everyone, let's come into a tabletop position. Beautiful. It's beautiful to have Renee back. So we're just starting with something traditional that Renee may remember. Extending the left leg back. Aha. And then reaching the right arm forward. Untuck your back toes, so untuck your right toes, and I don't think we've done that all too often. I'd like you to gently lean back and then reaching forward, drawing in from the belly, but the leg stays parallel, so coming back, coming back, coming back, and then coming forward, like a seesawing action. Beautiful. Good. Nice, Helly, keeping that stability, and we're switching on from the core, bellies engaged. Twice more going back. Doesn't have to be a big movement, but it certainly switches on. Bandhas. Good. Straighten your leg a little more there, Anne, if you can. And then slowly releasing. Have a little wiggle. Other side. Left arm, right leg. Untuck your toes. And then go as far back as you could. And then coming forward. Brilliant. Good. Lighten the load on your supporting shoulder by lifting from your belly. Nice. And as you know, it's never what it looks like, but about what it feels like. So already we're moving into that hip. Already for some of us, this is bringing up the same space-making sensation as pigeon. Oh, my lower back starts to crackle. A few more. Good. Good, engaging from the thigh. Don't hold back if you want to go a little further back. Beautiful. And then releasing back into downward facing dog. Well done. This time we walk the feet forwards to the hands. We toe heel our feet together and we bring the hands behind the back. Just give yourself a cuddle. Nice. Let me see. So you do want to bend your knees if it's a little too pulling in your lower back. Good, that's it, Laurence. Let your head hang. Find some sense of balance and draw up from your belly. So the stimulation always of the energy centers as well. First and second chakra, middle chakra as well. Beautiful, releasing the hands, downward facing dog. And a few more rounds of coming into high plank. Inhale. From your belly, from your tailbone, push back up into downward facing dog. Like a little wave. Let's see if you can do 3 more on your own. Softening with the breath, we're making space. Yes, we're building strength, but we're making a lot of space as well. Beautiful. Good. Rest is always an option. And then one last time, walking the feet forwards to the hands, and you simply maneuver yourself to your front edge of your mat, hanging forward in an active Uttanasana. And we'll just do a few rounds of half lift and Uttanasana. So inhale, half lift, hands can be on the shins, broaden the chest, good. Exhale, folding forward, draw in from your belly, let your head hang. Few more rounds, nice and slow. Lifting up, shoulders draw back, beautiful. And then forward. Let me see, couple more on your own. That's it. So there is energy pushing either against the floor in your half lift or your shins. Nice, Gail. Good. Nice, Renee. And then just dangling forward. Beautiful. Let's come back into Ujjayi breath. And on your next inhale, slowly curling up. Feel that the legs are doing the work and your core is doing the work, and you do this really nice and slow. Beautiful. And before we do the salutation, let's do that energetic release here. Feet can be a little wider than hip distance. Yeah, bendy in the knees, and we're reaching up. Inhale. And then exhale, coming forward, hands to the side. So a gentle little squat. Let all the air go. Let everything go. Maybe there has been already accumulation of today where you go, I'm not going to continue this for the rest of the week, so let it go. Especially if it's really outside of our immediate control, when we can just control whether we hold on to it or we let it go. Few more rounds. You can exhale a little forcefully. The more you bend your knees, let me see, a few times more. Yes, that's it. Good. And then again, slowly dangling forward, slowly curling up. And then without further ado, take your time, find your front edge of the mat. Now, which one is it going to be for me? I think here. Yeah. Beautiful. So coming into that beautiful alignment here of Tadasana, mountain pose. Yeah, really aligning the spine and aligning the energy centers. Energy down your fingertips. Yes, beautiful. Good, Lorinda, that's it. Nice. The heart lifts on the inhalation, the shoulders drop on the exhalation. Inner smile, outer smile, and moving with that awareness of the breath. We talked about last week about what's the story of our breath. Let's open the eyes, Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, reaching up. Reach, exhale, engage your thighs, lift from your belly, come all the way forward. Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, stepping back one leg and then the other leg. We do a downward facing dog first. We've come forward into inhale, high plank. Knees can come down, look forward over that cliff, slow chaturanga. Very nice. Open up, maybe a cobra first. Just to open and to strengthen, and back into downward facing dog. Walking the feet in is always a good idea. Let your head hang. Few pointers in down dog. We've been practicing rolling the upper arms outwards, bringing the triceps towards each other. And remember, in downward facing dog, everything grounds down, that's touching the floor, feet, hands, and everything else lifts up. And that beautiful inversion of the head lower than the heart. Last exhale here. Practice with kindness. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, step, walk, or jump. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold all the way, nose to knees. And then strong legs come all the way up. Inhale. Feel the breath as you exhale, release. Brilliant. And I know we could do this faster, but we'll do it slowly one more time. Ardha Chandrasana, inhale. Reach up out of your side body. Exhale, come forward. The spine is long. Drishti over your fingertips. Halfway lift, open the chest. Lift from the crown of the head. Exhale, down dog. And inhale into your high plank. Maybe now, chaturanga, no knees down. Slowly, shoulders down your back. Open up, feel your back strengthening. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Beautiful. We're in downward facing dog. We're bringing the buttocks to the ceiling. Let me see. Triceps move in towards each other and we corkscrew the hands to the floor. Nice. Good, Michael. Beautiful. Good girl. Nice. Last exhale here. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, make your way forward. You can walk if you like. Halfway lift, open the chest. Exhale, fold. Strong legs, come up, reach up. Palms touch and releasing. Let's come into Samastiti, closing down the eyes, hands in prayer. That's it, let me see. Beautiful. Feel into your Ujjayi breath. Let again that wave happen where the inhalation breath lengthens the front, the exhalation broadens the back. Good. We'll do another round, just a traditional variation. Inhale, reaching. Good. Exhale, coming forward. Let me see. This is a long forward fold. This is hands next to the feet, nose to the knees. Halfway lift. Exhale, a down dog. Inhale, a high plank. And a slow chaturanga. Good. Nice girl. Looking forward. Don't let your head hang. Cobra or your up dog. Inhale, strengthen. Exhale, downward facing dog for one. Feet stepping in. I'll still do that, you know, for about 4 rounds or so at least. Let your head hang. Let that sort of lymphatic drainage come into, let it drain into the throat. Back from the chest into the throat, into the head. Beautiful. Stimulating, energizing. Good there, Lorinda. Tailbone tucked under, and we're lifting from the lower belly a little more. Nice and beautiful. Last exhale. Inhale onto the toes. Float gently forward. Why not landing so no one can hear? Halfway lift. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Nose to knees perhaps. Don't cut yourself short. Strong legs coming up. Excellent. And releasing. We'll do this again. We're stepping the right leg back into a warrior two. Ardha Chandrasana, reach. Exhale, come forward. Uttanasana, all the way. Halfway lift, inhale. And now, did I say warrior two? Right leg steps back. Left leg stays forward. Warrior two. Beautiful. So have a little feel. Maybe you can bring that front leg a little bit further forward. That's it. Eh? Could we be adventurous and have that front thigh parallel? I'll show you the other side. I don't want to turn away from you. Yes. Good. Good, Laurence. Open the chest to the side. Hips, groin opens to the side. And it's only the head that faces forward. We've been, I think Sunday morning, we've been binding. So let's come into side angle. Remember, you can always, this is your stable base. You can always come back to this. Otherwise, inhale here, exhale, reach forward. Side angle position for everyone. Left forearm down. Right arm reaches overhead. And then perhaps we have the space, rather than coming into behind the foot, front arm comes to the front, back arm comes to the back, and we see if we could have a bind. We're still warming up. Yeah, and we open the chest. That's it, Laurence. Maybe we can lunge into that front leg a little more. That's it. If the bind isn't there, it's a little, I'm hovering. Beautiful. And then inhale, come up, come all the way up. Warrior two. That warms us up, doesn't it? Beautiful. Inhale here, exhale. Let's frame the foot, step back down dog. Very nice. High plank inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Open up, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we stay here. And we see if we can lift the tailbone to the ceiling a little more. Drawing from the lower belly, not a hardening, simply an awareness. Working perhaps a little more into that first and second chakra, and that sense of grounding, joy, that sense of security. Last exhale, inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, coming forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way. Let's come up into chair pose. Inhale. Yeah, you've been waiting for that. Let's bring the hands in prayer. So just a little chair pose here with prayer hands. Bring the hands onto the chest. Nice. Good. And then let's see if we can do the twist here. So let's twist to the right. So your left upper arm comes to the outside of the right thigh, and then we extend that left hand down, even if just fingertips come down, and your right arm comes up. And then you work that left arm against the right thigh to reach. Nice, Helly, that's it. Good, and see if you can sink the buttocks down a little more. Oh, feel that in your torso, feel that in the rib cage. Inhale here and exhale. We're just coming forward into Uttanasana. Beautiful, just a dangle. Nice. Beautiful. Yeah, we play, we'll come up, we come into the lower chakras, and then we move the energy into the upper chakras. A beautiful dance. Let's come up into chair pose. Inhale. Good. Could we twist to the other side before we go into the other side of our salutation? I need to turn around, otherwise I'll turn away from you. Lovely. Releasing the right hand, even just fingertips. Left arm. And you want to twist. You want to really beautifully use that front arm as a lever. Nice, Laurent. See if you can bring your right arm to the left a little more. Yeah, good. Length as well. Nice, Helly. The spine is long, even though it is twisted in our thoracic. Last exhale, inhale. Chair pose. Can we fold through into our salutation? Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Halfway lift, inhale. This time the left leg steps back into a warrior two. If we can, coming up. Nice, beautiful. Be adventurous. Yeah, we have had some of you come a fair amount of time to class. It's brilliant. The strength is marvelous. So don't underestimate the strength that you have in your legs. Beautiful. Open the groin, opens to the side, the chest to the side. Side angle pose on this side. Beautiful. Inhale here, exhale, reaching. Forearm. Left arm. Beautiful Parshvakonasana. Grounding down and yet lifting out of the left side. Binding perhaps. You know where to go. Beautiful. But we open the chest. Very nice. Yeah, this is a challenge. It's quite strong. You can come back into the traditional position. That's it, and just bring your left hand behind. Very nice. Last exhale to your big toes. Strong legs. Inhale, come up. Warrior two. A few more breaths. Building that heat, building that stamina. We've got the heater off. Inhale here, exhale. Frame your foot. Step back. Kindly, downward facing dog. Very nice. We'll do the salutation here. Inhale, high plank. Vinyasa through chaturanga. Nice. Open up, inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you need to catch your breath, you can come into tabletop position. Otherwise, 5 more breaths. I think I can turn my little heater off. Beautiful. Come back to Ujjayi breath. Breath centers. Nice, Helly. If you've rested, come back in. Last exhale. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, step, walk or jump. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, and we come all the way up. No chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, hands in prayer. Nice. Inhale here. Exhale, just bending the knees slightly, and we're tilting forward, and we're opening out into warrior three. So the right leg goes back, the left leg becomes a beautiful standing leg. Very nice. From here, you can bend your standing leg again. Bring your left hand to the floor, your right hand to the small of the back, and then open the hip to the side. We're coming into a half moon position. So I'm turning away from you. You are opening to that back leg side. Beautiful. And if you want to, right arm comes up. Spine lengthens. Maybe you can turn and look up to your right thumb. Ardha Chandrasana. Beautiful. Inhale here, exhale. Facing the floor, bring both hands down, bring both legs down, and have a little wiggle and a little rest in your Uttanasana. Beautiful. All good? Yeah, I think so. Slowly curling up, bending at the knees, nice and slow curling up. Beautiful. And exhale at the top. Well done. Who saw that coming? We'll do warrior 3 on the other side. Yeah, and then we open up into Ardha Chandrasana again. Prayer hands. Inhale. I show you front one. Exhale, a slight bend. Inhale here, exhale. So your upper body comes parallel towards the floor. The left leg reaches back. Yeah, nice positions. Good. Good, and both legs are solid. Lengthen the spine. Bend that standing leg just a little. Bring that right hand down to the floor, fingertips in line with the shoulder. Be nice and slow. Good. Left hand onto the small of the back. Open the chest to the side. Lifting from that back leg. This is massive for the hips. Belly strong, core strong. Left arm up, and then we're turning the gaze. I'm coming out already, but I'd like you to stay so I can see. Brilliant. I know, Laura, this is a challenge for the lower back, but the standing leg is solid, back leg solid, core. And then inhale here and exhale, facing the floor. With the unlocked knees, we're coming out gently, kindly, compassionately, hanging forward, Uttanasana. If you wanted to, you can toe heel your feet apart, forearm onto your thighs, and come into this Uttanasana position. Well done. Out of warrior 3 into Ardha Chandrasana. Beautiful positions. Now, was this? Oh, this was the beginning, wasn't it? Good. Toe heel your feet together again. And then inhale, halfway lift, looking up. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. And then we stay here for a little. Good. Look between the hands and just step your right leg between your hands. Bring your left knee down. And we're just coming into a gentle, low lunging position here. Yeah. Get a blanket or a cushion if you need that for your knee. Bring your arms up. Inhale. Good. Exhale. So your right leg is forward. So your left arm comes forward and your right arm goes back, and you look over your right arm. Just a little moving twist. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhale to the other side. Now it resembles a little bit of a warrior 2. Nice. Inhale, center. Yeah, whether you come with me or you have your own rhythm, move with your breath. As you twist, you actually lunge into that front leg. So inhale, we come up just a little with the leg, and exhale, we lunge forward. Beautiful. We're nicely connected here to our lower belly. Move at your own pace a few more times. I'm just going to switch screens. Doing well, everyone. Nice, ladies. Yeah, let the twist come out of your torso as well. Nice. Good. Good, Renee. That's it. Nice. Oh. And then just coming forward, coming to center, inhale. And we're stepping through a downward facing dog to change sides. Frame your foot, step back, down dog. Good. Let's come into inhale, high plank. And we stay in high plank for a few breaths. But I do want you to feel that you're really lifting off the floor, pushing into the hands, almost like you want to levitate. If you can, Renee, come into high plank. Good. Inhale here, exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping the left leg between the hands, the right knee comes down. Now getting comfortable. Doing well. Good. Yeah, lunging forward. Here, buttocks switched on. We're coming into the twist again. Inhale forward first. Good. And then exhale, right arm, opposite leg. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Palms together. And then exhale, opening out to the side. So if you can, I didn't say that on the other side, but here, if you can, take your gaze over your back fingertips. Beautiful. Yeah. So a little bit of a preparation for our pigeon pose. Yeah, so hip flexors, buttocks, thighs. You move at your own pace. Let me see, a few more rounds. Yep, lunging forward a little more, Renee, if you can. That's it. That's it, Gail. And then coming forward, inhale. Doing well. Exhale, framing the foot, stepping back, downward facing dog from your core, lightly. Very nice. Let's come into high plank and then we stay in high plank. Just seeing what's there here strength-wise. If the strength isn't there, bring your knees down. And as Renee said in the beginning, you know, with working from home, we have less accidental movement. So we have to make sure we get that movement. But if because that you have less accidental movement, the yoga practice suffers, then rest. Let's come back, downward facing dog. Brilliant. Good, and we're coming into pigeon here. Let's do the left side first. Three-legged dog, inhale. Left heel lifts up to the ceiling. Exhale, left knee just comes behind the left wrist. Right leg goes back. And we come into fingertips first. Now, if you're more flexible than I am, and that could well be possible, because my hips are just normal hips, yeah, then you can bring your lower leg a little bit further parallel, lifting up, inhale, exhale, sinking down. As Michael made a joke, Lorinda, I can see you smiling away. I miss you all in person. I feel like I'm missing out on what's going on behind the scenes here. We're doing a circular motion for our spine. Lift, you have to tell me after. Lift and lengthen, inhale, and then exhale, doing circles. So you come forward with your sternum, and then you scoop along and you come back up. It's like a cat and cow. That's it. Exhale, coming forward, spine is long, and then we draw it in from the belly. And then each time we're coming perhaps a little further forward and down. Good. And then the next round, you may be coming all the way into your pigeon. I'll go further back. Maybe your full pigeon expression is here tonight, just on the forearms, and you go, enough. Otherwise, perhaps a little more. Or perhaps you don't want that back leg straight, so Gail, be mindful with your knee. You may want to bring that right knee into a bend position, more into a deer pose. So we are making space. Let me just see. I need to disappear and get a tissue. We are making space, but we're not forcing. Never. Never. That's part of our practice. Working with kindness, compassionately. Let me see. I can see another screen. Excellent. Brilliant. Yeah, we'll just stay here. Piriformis muscle gets a little bit of extra energy. Also, this is a beautiful posture to move energetically into our first and our second chakra. However, most of you are actually on the belly, so you're having that beautiful simulation of that third, that Muladhara chakra as well. That which we worked the other day, last week, with that new moon, where we can actually, we have all these good new ideas and new intentions, but if that whole belly area, that energy center isn't activated, then we find it hard to actually make that first step. Last exhale here, and then slowly, slowly lifting from your belly and just coming back and allow the experience to settle here. We will go, you may decide that this is enough for you, or you may come down straight again. Otherwise, let's see if we can add some extra little bits here. And we go into rotation towards that left leg. And then we come into that forward fold. But it needs to feel safe, and we're making space. So if you easily come into even the right elbow to the outside of the left, then it's, don't let me hold you back. Where's your breath? Good, Anne. You can stay there, or you can come into more of a forward fold as well. I know you're in that twist, and then see if the torso can come to the, that's it, feel into it though. Feel it, yes, that's softening. Jaw soft, hands soft, feet soft, jaw and eyes soft. So we're giving our nervous system that indication that we're safe, it's okay, we're not being chased. And so our yoga practice becomes a healing practice. Let's come forward again. Oh, maybe you want to stay there. No, not really. Let's bring the hands back, coming back into that gentle back bend. Maybe the hips can sink down a little more, gently. Oh, these lights are bright. And then tucking the toes under, lift from your belly. So tailbone, pelvic floor, coming back, downward facing dog. Oh, I miss the sigh of relief here. Next to steel echo. Beautiful. Three-legged dog on the right. Inhale, lifting up. Beautiful. So we often do this, but the reason for that is this is how the buttock is engaged. And when we come forward, with that knee behind the wrist, we want to feel into the sensation when we're in our pigeon pose, how it actually feels to have sensation in the buttocks, but the muscle is relaxed. Okay, so maybe you have that more flexibility here. And we do this circular motion again. So sinking down. Oh, this side feel different. And then it's like a cat and cow. It's like a rounding position, yeah? Lift and lengthen, inhale, that's your belly, and then exhale, coming forward. And we draw up from the belly, so we make a circle. And the reason for this, you can take your hands forward, that we feel the difference of going into pigeon, just slumping down, or we come forward with the length in the spine. Beautiful. Let me see a couple more rounds. Beautiful. That's it. On your next round, you're really in your full expression, enjoying being able to just surrender to this shape of the pigeon. Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. I think it's a beautiful name as well. Nice. Now, for some of us, it's not so much center of the buttock. It's perhaps a little more. For me, it's a bit more that insertion point of the hamstrings. Good. I can't see all of you fully, so just have a little feel. Smidgen leaning to the left or smidgen leaning to the right has got an impact. And just see where you need to be safe. I'm just, softening into it. Yeah, and if those energies that surround you have the potential to actually be a welcome little side effect for you to not focus on your breath, or for you to not focus on your pigeon pose sensation, then let them just be. Come back to Ujjayi breath. Come back to softening into that first and into that second chakra. For some of us, we may even have our right heel against our belly for a little more stimulation in that belly chakra. Beautiful. Thank you for the suggestion, Anne. Nice. I think we haven't done it too often here in the Zoom classes because it feels like that's a long time at home in the pigeon. Jaw is soft, eyes soft. Your toes are relaxed. Your hands are relaxed. Beautiful. Good. And often, I have noticed we sometimes hold the second side, perhaps a smidgen shorter. Last exhale here. We'll come up a little, so switching on from your belly, coming up, And you can either stay or go forward again, or we do the twisting as well. Just a little. Notice where this goes. This could go into that opposite hip flexor. Knee joint needs to be safe there, Gail. There's always an option of doing something else here. Lying down pigeon. How far to the side can you go? Beautiful. Just feel into that. Maybe that's just what all of us needed. It's a beautiful suggestion. Nice. Softening the breath. 3 more exhalations. And then slowly coming back to center. Excellent. Don't miss that release. Tucking the back toes under, lifting up nice and slow. And we are going to come into downward facing dog. We walk the dog. And then we're going to go into our little hip wiggles. Yeah. So just very gently coming into tippy toes, inhale, and then we shift. We're learning to pivot here. Pivot on the toes and shift the hips and the heels to the left, feeling that sensation on the side body of the right side. Inhale, coming back to center, and exhale, coming over to the right. Now let's do that dynamically on your own. Inhale, center. See if you had high heels on. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center, upper arms still roll outwards. Exhale to the right. Let me see each side one more time. Beautiful. Building the strength, building the stamina, and affecting change in our side body. Oh, nice. Brilliant. And then coming into a kneeling position, just coming, knees coming to the floor. So to make it evenly complete, we're going to come into Ustrasana, camel pose, but we're not going to tuck the toes under, we have them untucked. So what I'd like you to feel is that the tops of the feet push to the floor and your shins push down. So when we have that downward action, we can actually lift up. Yeah, so the hands go to the small of the back for some broadening idea. Hips come forward, the tailbone tucks under, so here is long. Yeah. And then lifting the chest, bring the elbows together, and maybe just let the head go back. So it's not a big back bend here, it's more of a lengthening. Front of the hips, the torso, and pushing the shins down. Beautiful. What I'm seeing is marvelous. You've all got that idea of the shoulders still drop down away from the ears. This is huge. There is a huge platform here where the collarbones are. And then inhale here, exhale slowly, carefully with your belly tucking under, coming into child's pose. Brilliant. Kneeling back, bending. Oh, marvelous. We're gonna float. We're not doing walking anymore. We're gonna float. Beautiful. Let's come up again. Excellent. So if that just felt nicely challenging enough and nicely floating, you'll do that again. Otherwise, we could come a little further. So this pushes down, this lifts here, shoulders drop. Maybe you push a little further with the hips, and perhaps we can reach the heels. It's quite a reach though. Well, join me when you're ready. Otherwise, this is beautiful. Where you open here, it's the top part of your shoulders. You all know this. Yeah, that's beautiful. Ustrasana preparation. That's it. So Lorinda, let's bring the shoulder blades in towards each other. Like in your fish pose. That whole back bend is kept by your back muscles. That's relevant for everyone. Nice, Gail. That looks so safe. Beautiful. Good, Renee, keep lifting from your pelvic floor so we keep connected to the lower belly, belly firm. Excellent. Ujjayi breath. If it's not feeling safe, you've gone too far. Inhale here, exhale, coming forward. The story of the breath, the making space. Beautiful heart opening, that heart chakra. That's where we find the sense of compassion and the sense of forgiveness. You know, we make mistakes. Maybe we made, mistakes, perhaps a few more with that COVID idea, with that isolation. We have to forgive ourselves. And we find that from the quality of the heart. Oh, well done. Let's come to seated. Brilliant. what can I say? We're coming into a little twist. Yeah, we'll do Ardha C. So left leg straight, right leg comes to the inside. Yeah, so I'll show you sideways. Beautiful. And then just hold on to the knee, lift and lengthen, inhale. Your right hand comes behind, sort of in line with your spine. Lift and lengthen, inhale. The left arm comes up and we twist. So you twist that left arm, like what we've done in our chair pose, to the outside of that right thigh. Mindful that that straight leg doesn't go walkabouts, and we look over. Oh, that's it, Michael, I saw that. And we look over our right shoulder, and we drop the shoulders. And that's probably why Luke didn't come to class, because if you have just eaten and you do this twist, that doesn't feel good. Yeah. But he has to come next week. We miss him. And then inhale to come forward. And exhale, we're releasing, but only to the point that we bring the right leg over. So Michael, for you, this is fine here. If we can lace that knee on knee, even better. Lift and lengthen, inhale, and exhale, spine long coming forward. So just a half Gomukhasana. Just rounding that whole hip idea out. Yeah, that's it, that's it, that's it. Lorinda, do you still get sensation on your hamstrings? Yeah, yeah, that's good, that's good. Good girl, keeping that left leg active. You can come a little further forward with your hands. Dorsiflex that foot. So inhale through the spine, exhale through the heel. Two more. Let me see, nice, good. Good, Camille, that's it. Yeah, maybe there's a switch in more. And then inhale to come up. Oh, exhale, releasing. Other side. Yeah, the twist first. I'll come this way. Right leg straight, left leg bent. And we just sit up. Yeah, good. And then with no hands, the left hand comes behind and the right arm comes up. And then we twist to the left, right arm, stop sign. You could take the bind. So, Lorinda, you might have the bind in you. Renee, perhaps. Lift and lengthen, inhale. Looking over. Yeah, so it looks like this. You know, Marichasana, see. Very nice, but that straight leg is solid. Let me see. Good, nice, girl. That's it, girl. So you work your left hand against your opposite leg. Yeah. Leg and other right here. Okay, it always does the different side, you know. Yeah, and working the arm against the leg. So you get that lengthening. That's it, Renee. Now look over your left shoulder a little more. Beautiful. Good. And then inhale, coming forward. Exhale, just a little release. And now the left leg goes into that lace. Yeah, but it needs to be safe. Yeah. Lift and lengthen. Inhale, exhale, coming forward. So for me, already up here, left buttock area. So if I go further forward, oh, it's hamstrings. Nice. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, through the heel. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, through the heel. Beautiful. We're making space. And as we discuss a lot of times, the area between the ribs here and the hips lengthens rather than shortens. Yeah, we like to be dramatic. Inhale here and exhale, releasing, coming up. Oh, beautiful. Let's come into squat. You don't have to change sides all the time. What's the time? Excellent. Oh, we have to see what our body feels like in a squat after pigeon. Oh, so much more fluid. Did we forget a side on something? No. Thanks, Camille. I'm just thinking, Let's come into downward facing dog. Yeah, I just wanted to try something. High plank inhale. Without further ado, we exhale. We come into side plank. So let's shift onto the toes. Let's shift over to the left, and your right arm comes up and your tissue falls out. And your left knee can come down if that's a little too strong. Otherwise, it's a beautiful side plank. And then if you can, draw a few circles with that top right arm. Circle in one direction, circle in the other direction, and feel good with this. And then come back into high plank, doing well. Here is the shoulder girdle, and then over to the other side. That's it. Nice. Okay, if that's too strong, your right leg comes down. You can still do those shoulder movements. You can do them more vigorously or slower. I just demonstrate with the knee down so you know, oh, nice. Where is your breath? Coming back into high plank, coming back into downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Excellent. Toe heel your feet together and then slowly coming up to curling up. Vertebra by vertebra. I know you thought we're going to sit on the floor. Beautiful. One last standing pose, our dancer's pose. So left hand onto the hip. Let the right knee come up first. And then bring the right knee, I'll show you this way. Back behind you. Your right hand makes a tray. You hold from the inside of the foot. And that knee comes back and the foot pushes into the hand. So you feel your quadricep and you feel your chest open. It's still the same back bending idea. You can lean forward a little, perhaps releasing the left hand. You can come into mudra of knowledge, Gyan Mudra. Beautiful. Chest opening, hip opening, balancing, brilliant. Inhale here, exhale, coming out. We're not coming out all together. Left hand onto the hip, releasing that right foot, bringing the right knee up. Inhale, exhale out to the side in just a tree pose. If you can, let that knee hover, let that leg hover. Otherwise, bring the sole of the foot to the inside. And that's all we do. We just grow tall. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, dropping the shoulders here. Beautiful. Good, 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 good. And then inhale, bring that right knee forward. And exhale, release. Little wiggle, other side. Do we remember? Dancer pose first. Right leg solid, left knee up, inhale. Good. Good. Let it come behind. Yeah, so that's already the balance. So the knee doesn't come out to the side or anywhere else. That's it, girl, from the inside, foot. And then the knee comes back on your foot, like bow pose, like all our back bends. The foot pushes into the hand. You can release, so you feel that activity in the chest. You feel this in the quadriceps, in the front of the hips. Beautiful. That's it, girl. That's it. So there is that energy exchange between foot and hand. Mudra again, lifting that knee perhaps a little more. Breath is Ujjayi, breath for 3, beautiful. For 2, for 1, inhale, slowly coming back. No falling out, not like the teacher. Left knee up, to the side. Tree pose, let me come to face you. Yeah, or if you need strength, you keep that knee lifted. We keep working the hip open. Opening here. Lifting the chest, dropping the shoulders. Good, Michael. See if you can avoid leaning. It looks like you're leaning a little to the right here. Yep. Yeah, that way. And then inhale, coming forward. And exhale, releasing. Brilliant. A few wiggles. Yeah, I like those. Let's come to your front edge of the mat. And we release down onto the floor with a vinyasa. Well done. All major chakras and energy centers activated. Ardha Chandrasana, inhale, reach, exhale. This is your longest expression here of a salutation. You can salute yourself. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Doing so well. Higher plank, inhale. Chaturanga onto the belly. Beautiful. Lifting into your cobra and coming back into a forward hero pose. Knees wide. Toes touch, forehead to the floor. Pausing for a moment before we're coming into our headstands. Let me feel you being in an active pose here. So the forehead comes to the floor, but your upper arms rolling outwards and you're reaching forward. Heart forward, shoulders back. Come back into your Ujjayi breath. It's as if you want to lengthen your body further forward. Your upper body reaches forward. Your hips sink back into the heels. Well done. And that makes for a complete round practice. Beautiful. Let's lift up, just bringing the knees together. We're setting up for tripod headstand. Your beautiful inversion, holding upper arms. The setup can be enough. So where the indentation is, that's the width of the shoulders, palms of the hands to the floor. That's it. The alternative is legs up the wall, or you just come into rabbit's ears. Top of the head comes forward, forming a triangle. Head to the floor, shoulders away from the ears. This is beautiful. Let me see if you want to go further, go further. Nice, nice. Good, Renee. Shoulders away from the ears. There is length in the neck. There is that same corkscrew idea of the palms of the hands to the floor. Doing well, doing well. Nice, Camille, Michael. Lorinda, that's a good alternative there, Gail. Beautiful. Good, good. Staying if you like. It all looks safe. It all looks good. Or coming out if you feel the time is right to come out. Good, Helly. That's it. Nice, Laurence. Belly, just lightening the load on the upper arms. Beautiful. And then slowly coming out. Take a moment to bring the forehead to the floor. If it's not a child's pose you're in, you could come into forward hero pose. Beautiful. Nice. Rounding up the practice. It would be nice to go back over a supported back bend now, but I can't assume that everyone has got a bolster or a block. Yeah. Okay, so let's come to a seated position. Oh, that was marvelous. Beautiful practice, everyone. I enjoyed that. Sit the way, yeah, if you have props, straddle your bolster, elevate your hips a little, yeah. Sofa cushions, blankets. We're doing some pranayama and then we're closing. We're coming into Shavasana. I like to sit, maybe cross-legged. Maybe you want to kneel. That's it, there the props come out. Beautiful. I'd like us to come into Nadi Shoulder now. Have we got free nostrils? Yeah, sort of. Good. And I know it's not everyone's favorite breathing technique. So, yeah. If you don't want to use your fingers, if you don't want to use your digits, yeah, you can visualize. Inhale through the right, exhale left. Inhale left, exhale right. Okay, but I'm assuming we're all going to use our fingers, so I'll talk you through. Left hand mudra of knowledge. Right hand, how does it go? I've forgotten. No, I haven't. First two fingers, let's redo, even though you may have the mudra. Let's have the first two fingers against the third eye. Okay, just so they don't have anything to do. Thumb opens and closes your right nostril. Yeah, that's all good. And then your ring finger opens and closes your left nostril. That's it. And we just have a little play. We haven't done this as a group for a while. So that the nostrils don't need a big push. They're just a gentle tap and then they close. Let's do it together. So I'll talk you through probably through 1 or 2 rounds, and then you can come into your own rhythm. If anything doesn't feel okay, just come into seated, bring the hands away. So let's do it together. Let's exhale. Take an inhale through both nostrils, and then close the left, exhale through the right. Now we start. Inhale right, open left, close right, exhale left. Inhale left, open right, close left, exhale right. Inhale right, open left, close right, exhale left. Inhale left, open right, close left, exhale right. Continue in your own rhythm. Yeah, and just allow the rhythm to happen, a rhythm that suits you. A rhythm that still allows you to be upright in your spine. Allows you to gently tuck the chin under. Neck is long. Jalandhara Bandha, your throat lock. Beautiful. And perhaps with those first two fingers gently tapping against the third eye, that just helps you to direct the breath there. And so you see with our pranayama, we balance the left and the right hemisphere of the brain, but we also stimulate quite significantly our third eye chakra. Nice. We had stimulated our crown chakra with the headstand and with pranayama and with meditation. This is a beautiful all-rounded energetic practice. Good, let me see, nice. And just feeling that rhythm. Just a couple more rounds here. Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breath. Beautifully calming, balancing, cleansing. So when you get, just to make the cycle complete, when you get to the right nostril exhalation next time, just let the practice finish there. And we're bringing the right hand away from the nose into mudra of knowledge, Gyan Mudra, where index finger and thumb touch. Tucking the chin under. And just letting that experience of Nadi Shodhana in our whole practice settle. So now we're letting go of the control of the breath. We're letting go of the Ujjayi breath sounds. And for a minute or so, we just become the observer. The observer of our breath. And for some of us, and admittedly, sometimes for myself, that's the most challenging part of the practice. Being the observer without any judgment. And knowing that it's okay to notice that the mind has possibly wandered off. Bring it back to observation. Nice. And then very slowly, let's close, keep the eyes closed. Let's bring the hands in prayer position in front of the heart. Beautiful. And we chant an Om in our closing chant. And before we do that, just remind yourself of your intention. Your intention for practice, perhaps your intention for the week ahead. And maybe let that resonate throughout your whole body with the chant of the Om. Beautiful. Let's exhale here. Big inhale. Lokaha, lokaha, samastaha, samastaha, sukhino bhavantu, sukhino bhavantu. Together. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Beautiful, letting the head come forward, finding the heart, finding that balance between the logic, our thinking, our intellect, and our heart, our feeling, our knowing. And allowing all beings everywhere be happy and free. And that always includes ourselves as well. Let's bow all the way forward. Namaste. Namaste and thank you. I would like us all to fold into a gentle Shavasana. So I keep my eyes closed. I'm just finding a way onto our backs. If you have props, have a prop perhaps underneath the knees. Just takes the the strain out of the, or takes the hamstrings out of the equation and takes the strain out of the lower back. Maybe at home, if you haven't already, maybe you can dim lights, put a jumper on, perhaps a little cushion behind your head, palms open to the ceiling, comfortable. I have to acknowledge, if you wanted to, or if you have to leave, still I suggest you take a couple of minutes of Shavasana. Don't cut Shavasana short. Nice. I'm just feeling into the connection. It's beautiful to take the time in Shavasana to notice a shift in connection to your physical body. You feel there is a connection. You feel that your physical body feels whole. That sense of energy flow, that sense of blood flow, that sense of vigor in your whole physical body that you can feel. Feeling that sense of connection to your body. Allowing that your whole body from the top of the head to the toes be filled with prana, with energy, with aliveness, awareness. And yet let the eyes be soft, the jaw soft. Excuse me. Feet relaxed, hands relaxed. Pausing, resting. Enjoying the stillness of the physical body. Softness of your being, of your breath. And there's a sense of sharpness and clarity for the mind. We could be physically tired, but we're more alert. The mind is sharper now than an hour ago. Just another minute or so.